2026 is not going to be a good year, y'all.
I don't know how y'all do it. I've been on Indeed like a crackhead, okay?
I'm unemployed. I can't get a job. God won't let me work. I haven't had a job in 9 months.
Gosh, at this point, where the OnlyFans at? Like, where the OnlyFans at, for real?
To the people who have no jobs, what are you doing? Serious question. What are you guys doing to get by? It seems like the entire world has just completely flipped upside down. Applying online, non-existent. Going in person, no one's there. Even getting a referral, impossible. I genuinely want to know what the hell is going on.
So we're talking about people who got laid off and now facing actual financial collapse, losing their house, can't get an interview, the type of things that a lot of people are going through. Applying to thousands of jobs and hearing back from exactly no one is the type of nightmare that a lot of people are dealing with right now. And it's not pretty. This is the job market right now. What unemployment actually looks like when the system is designed to exhaust you into giving up. So we're going to react to this and more. Let's get into it.
Because the people who have jobs are so out of touch with reality. They're like, oh my God, what's going on out there? And the people who don't have jobs are like, guys, can't you see this? 2026 is not going to be a good year, y'all. And I honestly don't know what to do about it.
So you ask the question, people who aren't working right now, what are you doing? You see right there, it's trying to find a damn job, watching this TikTok. We're on God's payroll. It's not for the weak though. One person was really honest, crying, getting eviction notices, visiting food banks, no more unemployment benefits, calling friends to sleep at their house. That's some serious stuff that's going on. Sleeping, applying for jobs, having a midlife crisis, only been unemployed for a week, crying and not sleeping. I DoorDash until I found a new job in December. Thank y'all for tipping. I've been out of work for 6 months and it just feels like I'm implying into the void. Here's a positive one. Started my own business. Best decision I ever made. So he's not wrong about the disconnect. The job market right now is absolutely cooked. And there is a massive gap between people who are employed and people who are out here drowning in applications, getting zero responses. Applying online right now, I feel like for a lot of people is basically screaming into the void at this point. You're competing with bots, AI resume scanners, and like 500 other people looking for the same entry-level position that you're looking for. And then these positions somehow require 5 years of experience. If you go there in person, half of these places don't even have physical addresses anymore. So they're just telling you to apply online anyway. It's like a constant insane loop of nonsense. So the referral thing, and at this point, so even having someone on the inside doesn't necessarily guarantee anything anymore because companies are either doing some hiring freezing or they're just restructuring, which is basically corporate speak for we're gonna make 3 people do the job of 10 people. So the economy is weird right now, no question, but the economy is in a bad, weird spot right now, no question, but definitely sitting in panic mode without a plan, that's how you get stuck. You have to adapt or get left behind, and that's unfortunately where we're at right now.
Why is it that you can be so close to your managers and your coworkers when you're working at a company, but then as soon as you get laid off, you're dog shit and they won't talk to you? Like, I know that I did good work because I was told as much all the time. But when I got laid off, only 3 people reached out to me and none of them were from management. And I honestly thought I had a good relationship with my manager. Like, I really trusted him. Just like people that I thought were my friends haven't reached out to me at all. And I know it's just business and like none of it was real. And we weren't actually friends, but like, it was kind of real, and I'm still human, and it's still kind of heartbreaking. I also didn't get fired. I got laid off because of a budget cut, so the least you could do is reach out and be like, hey, I'm so sorry. It doesn't take that much to make people feel like they mattered.
I understand what she's talking about. I mean, it's the only reason why you guys are around each other is because of the job. So she's talking about being laid off due to budget cuts. It wasn't necessarily a firing or something more, I guess, contentious. But listen, whatever corporate excuse is going to be used, people that she talked to every day is just going to move on to other things. And the 3 people that reached out, they're probably the real friends. And everyone else, they were just working. And people feel weird reaching out to someone after they've been laid off or fired. You don't know what to say. You may be just scared to say something that may piss off the person who just lost their job. Or maybe many of these people just don't actually care as much as they pretended to. Many of us, we're just working. It's just coworkers, not friends. And that's fine. We need to stop pretending it could be something else. The corporate world conditions people to perform, I guess, that friendship for about 8 hours a day and then act like you never existed the second that you're gone. It's very transactional. It is just business. Yes, you're gonna have to understand that, and yes, you're gonna have to deal with your own feelings with that situation. And I think she's trying to rationalize her feelings by saying, hey, you know what, Should I care about this stuff? Does it make me feel weak or naive? No, I believe that you're allowed to feel a type of way about it. And it gets you stronger because it's cold-blooded and people should just own it instead of acting surprised when laid off workers don't stay loyal to companies that they weren't loyal to them. Move the same way the businesses are moving so you're never going to be caught in a situation where you feel like they betrayed you. It's all business.
Can somebody please tell me when the job market got this bad? Because what do you mean? I've applied to over 1,000 jobs and have yet to hear back from any of them. And it's gotten so bad that look what he started doing. So he uploads his resume, his app shows him jobs, and if he likes the job, he swipes right, and AI literally applies on the company website for him.
This job asking you to record 3-minute response to the prompt. Tell us about a time when you've...
So this is the reality of the job market. She has applied over 1,000 jobs and hasn't heard back from anybody. Not a single one. That is not just the job market. That's a black hole. And I guess the solution is just to use this app to auto swipe and applies for them like it's Tinder for unemployment. I understand the desperation. When you're sending hundreds and thousands of applications and getting 0 responses, you start looking for ways to automate the suffering. But here's the problem. If 1,000 manual applications didn't work, 1,000 automated applications are not going to work either. You're just throwing more crap at the same wall faster. And this is where the job market has become. It's so broken. We've got apps that swipe right on jobs and autofill applications faster because the whole process is designed to exhaust you into giving up. Companies post ghost jobs when they're actually not even hiring. There's systems out there filtering out qualified candidates over formatting issues, and recruiters are overwhelmed with so many applications that yours get buried in just seconds. And this may be a hot take, and let me know if I'm completely wrong, but if you apply to 1,000 jobs with 0 responses, something else is going on. Either the resume needs work, or you're applying to stuff you're not qualified for, or you're using the same generic application for everything. Quality over quantity matters here in this situation. 10 targeted applications with customized resumes and cover letters will probably beat 1,000 auto swipes every single time. I understand that the job market is cooked, but I don't think automation is the answer when the system is already automated against you.
This job asking you to record 3-minute response to the prompt. Tell us about a time when you've had a difficult customer interaction. How did you solve it? Tell us your steps and the outcome. And I'm just like, I can't do it. Physically cannot bring myself to hit record and answer that fucking question. I've been sitting here for 10 minutes. Just like, I can't. I just cannot. It just feels like a humiliation ritual. I'm just like, oh my gosh. At this point, where the OnlyFans at? Where the OnlyFans at for real? At this point.
Well, first of all, OnlyFans is extremely competitive, so you may be off still trying to look for a job. So he calls this a humiliation ritual. I wouldn't say he's completely wrong. I think for companies, it would be a better idea to select the people you actually want to talk to and talk to them face to face. I mean, the whole idea of video interview questions just seem a little bit unhinged, and companies act like they're asking you to perform for a camera, answering corporate behavioral questions is somehow normal. You're applying for a job, probably one that doesn't even require you to be on the camera. Then they want you to sit there, record yourself in 3 times because the first 2 takes weren't good enough, answering the same generic tell me about a difficult customer question like you're auditioning for a reality show. And for what? For some recruiter to watch it on 2x speed while eating lunch and decide in 30 seconds if you're not enthusiastic enough? It's degrading. That's the word. You already stressed about needing a job, already vulnerable. Now you have to perform emotional labor on camera for free just for the chance of maybe getting a phone screen call. Meanwhile, the company's probably not even actively hiring, and they're just building a talent pipeline, which is corporate speak for we're collecting free audition tapes we'll never watch. I mean, at least with OnlyFans, you're gonna get paid for performing on camera, but this, you're doing unpaid performance labor with 0 guaranteed of anything. And I understand why companies are doing this. They're drowning in applications and need to filter this out somehow. But making people do camera interviews and dance like trained seals before you even have a real conversation with them, that's not really screening for talent. I think that's screening for desperation. And the fact that he physically cannot even get himself to do it, that's his dignity trying to survive. I can't even blame him, but maybe he actually still had to do it because, again, everyone needs a job.
Respectfully, I don't really want job search advice from people who haven't been unemployed in this job market. If you haven't applied to hundreds or even thousands of jobs, been ghosted, been rejected after multiple final rounds, then you really just don't get it. I really don't think it's about effort anymore. It's mental endurance and timing and luck.
So I totally understand where she's coming from. And if you notice, I'm not necessarily giving anyone advice on how to get a job. I mean, I haven't had a W-2 job since 2020. So you can say I'm kind of outside the job market. I work as an independent contractor, taking care of dogs and making videos. So I don't have the expertise to tell you how to get a job. Back in the day, Indeed was pretty good. Monster was pretty good. I'm sure those are still around now. But before the economy went to crap, you were able to get a job fairly quickly just using whatever that's available. But now things are different. And the people who are giving out advice, half of them probably got their jobs years ago when the market was completely different. And now they're out here talking about just be persistent and network like it's 2019. So yes, effort still matters in my opinion, but she's right. It's not the only thing. You can do everything right with a tailored resume, a strong cover letter, and good interview skills and experience and still get rejected after a final round because someone decided to promote internally or that role got cut or they're just collecting interviews to justify a hire they already decided on. So it's not necessarily a skill issue. It is definitely a systemic dysfunction and definitely relies on mental endurance. I think when you've been rejected hundreds of times, when you made it to the final rounds multiple times just to get ghosted, when you spent months applying and getting nowhere, that breaks people down in ways that folks with stable jobs just don't understand. And they don't want to understand. So it's not laziness or a lack of trying. It is some psychological warfare. And luck and timing part of it, yes, definitely agree. It's dead accurate. Sometimes you apply and your resume hits the desk at the right moment when they're actually ready to hire. And sometimes you apply and it goes into the black hole because they're reorganizing or the hiring manager is on vacation or the budget is just frozen. You could be the perfect candidate and still lose because those factors are completely outside of your control. So yeah, if you haven't been unemployed in this market with the ghost job postings and all this AI stuff and then the final rounds of rejections, maybe us, and I'm concluding myself, could just sit this one out with all the advice.
I'm gonna stay dressed like I have a job. Employed or underemployed. It don't matter, because I'm gonna stay in the nastiest fit. You see this color palette? Come on. Come on. Yeah, I'm ready to take on the day. I don't know what the day looks like, but I'm ready to take it on. Yeah.
After he was watching a few episodes of existential dread and job market horror stories, this dude lands something that you can just see the relief just radiating out of him. He's hype because of his outfit. He's ready to take on a day. And I think that energy shift is extremely important after going through all we have to go through, where you're getting tons of applications and you're not getting anywhere from him. You're getting ghosted. You have to deal with stupid job interviews. He still has the energy to take on a day. He's not sitting there depressed. He's not sitting there wondering what's wrong and going outside with just like some sweatpants and just a ratty t-shirt and a sweater that hasn't been cleaned in a while. He's still bringing the positive energy, and that does radiate with other people. People want to be around positive people, happy people, not sad people, not depressed people, not people that looks at everything's a bleak existence where everything sucks. You want to be around someone that thinks, you know what, the next day is going to be a good day. And when you have that, sometimes you notice that things come to you faster than the person that's always negative. So I do appreciate, so it's good to have some positivity in this video, even though the next video is going to be probably back to our usual programming.
I have to remember in this time of in-betweenness that I'm allowed to have fun. Today I started feeling guilty because I went to the Texas game to watch them play in the playoffs. And all I kept thinking in the back of my head is there should be something I should be doing that's making me money or planning for my future. And I said, full stop. I had to remind myself that I've done so much this week. I had an interview. I announced my pull-up class that will be next week and it's almost full. I have a plan to start personal training soon. That's in the works, so stay tuned. And it hasn't even been a week since I've gotten laid off. Yes, grind, go for your passions, do what you need to do to get your bills paid and all that other stuff. But make sure you carve out some time to enjoy yourself, to relax, to train, because that's important too. I'm competing. And again, it hasn't even been a full week. So I have to remind myself, give myself grace, remind myself I have a plan, and to rely on the fact that I do know what I'm doing this time.
100% agree with her. This is a different person than what we saw in the earlier clips. This is still a good energy shift. She got laid off just a week ago, but instead of sparring, she already has a plan, interviews lined up, announcing a class, personal training. She went to a nice baseball game without letting the guilt destroy her. So that's the difference right now. The guilt part is real. When you're unemployed, when you don't have a job or you've been laid off, there's this constant voice in your head saying you should be doing more, you should be grinding 24/7. You don't deserve fun until you got a job. And that's really toxic because it does burn you out before you even get a chance to get back on your feet. So she's doing the right thing. If you already have a plan, that's fantastic. You have an ability to earn income, great. You don't have to necessarily just apply to 1,000 jobs and wait. She's building something, fitness classes, personal training, hustling on her own terms while still looking for a job. That's the move. You can't control when companies decide to hire you, but you can control building your own opportunities. When you have a plan and you have some motion, that self-grace thing is a big deal. You need to remind yourself that you've done a lot in just a few days, and if you have a plan and you know what you're doing, that's how you maintain the mental endurance to go through the mess. The job market is brutal, obviously, but panicking and guilt tripping yourself into paralysis isn't going to speed anything up. So the blueprint for her, diversify your income, take care of your mental health, and give yourself credit for progress when you have a plan, and don't let unemployment turn into a prison sentence where you're not allowed to live.
I'm unemployed. I can't get a job. God won't let me work.
A plan, and to rely on the fact that I do know what I'm doing this time.
I'm unemployed. I can't get a job. God won't let me work. I haven't had a job in 9 months. I posted a post about this literally yesterday, and so many of you have commented on here. Sorry, I look like a ghost in this lighting. Apparently, so many of us are going through this situation right now. I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I'm worried about the bills. I'm about to lose my house in 2 months if I don't find more money, more income. My bank account is dwindling down. I'm scared I'm going to lose my car. I told you guys, hell, I even applied at the boba shop and still couldn't get an interview. Today, I said I'm going to make a change. Well, actually, it was last night when I was laying in bed. Starting now, I'm going to use all this extra time that I have to do something to glorify God. I'm going to start ministry. I'm going to start discipling. I don't know what it is. I don't even know the right terms. But I'm going to take it seriously. I'm going to take it seriously like it's a job. I'm going to learn it. I'm going to study it. I'm going to structure it. I'm going to make videos. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I don't know what it looks like. I have no clue. But that's what I decided last night. I'm ready to have a job again. I'm ready to learn something. I'm ready to get back in this force. But that's not what it looks like for me right now. So instead of laying on my couch all day long, feeling depressed, feeling sorry for myself, I'm going to put all of this energy into work, all this time that I've been blessed with, all of this freedom that I have been blessed with, and I'm going to make something work for the kingdom. I don't know what that looks like, but I know somebody who does. And so I'm hoping he's going to give me the steps and walk me through it.
So this woman is definitely going through it. She said she was 9 months without a job, about to lose her house, about to lose her car. She can't get a job at a boba shop. So she's in full crisis mode. Now she's pivoting to talk about God. I guess a faith-based content creation. When you've tried everything and nothing's working, you got to do something different or you're going to lose your mind. But the problem is when you're 2 months away from losing your house and your bank account is disappearing, you're scared about losing your car. I mean, that's financial catastrophe staring her in the face. And when you're looking in that space, you start to look for anything that might work. But the thing I'm concerned with this is she says, I don't know what it is. I don't know the right terms about this whole thing that she's trying to do. She's jumping into something that she doesn't necessarily understand because she's desperate, and desperation makes people vulnerable to all types of weird things. So even the idea I'm going to treat it like a job, the whole idea just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, think about it. If you're trying to do content creation, it takes years before you get some serious real income. And she got about 2 months before she loses her house. So I don't really understand what she's talking about. Is she just going to pray to the Lord and it's going to fix everything? Or is she just going to do videos and then somehow that's going to save her house and a car? If she's going to do that, sure, build on it and apply to anything that pays. A temp agency, gig work, whatever gets money in the door this month while building the content stuff on the side, because hope and faith doesn't necessarily pay the mortgage.
I got laid off in March and I still can't find like a secure job. Right now I have a temporary work from home job that I'm so grateful for. I'm very grateful, but I feel like this job market is just dog shit. It's absolute dog shit. I worked in quality assurance before, quality assurance for customer service and like risk departments. And I thought I would be fine finding another job if I ever got laid off, and I'm not fine. I'm not fine at all. And all the other videos I made and all my comments, seems like no one else is doing great either. And obviously this is like 2008 just repeating itself. Like there's always going to be like things like this happening. It is what it is, but I'm like, geez, man. What is a girl to do?
This does feel like 2008 repeating itself. There was a lot of mass layoffs. There was hiring freezes. It was disguised as, Well, we're always looking for talent. Entry-level jobs requiring senior level experience, the whole nightmare. I remember before 2008, it was very easy to get a job. You can quit a job and move on to the next one in the same week. But when 2008 came, things were pretty terrible. Except now, in 2026, we have AI screening systems and ghost jobs that just exist that make companies look like they're actually growing when they're actually contracting. Going back to the AI stuff, this is what makes the job market more volatile than ever before. People with legitimate skills and experience are getting shut out. She thought she was going to be okay if she got laid off because she had real experience, and that's reasonable, but the market doesn't care about being reasonable anymore.
Bitch, I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how the fuck y'all do this. I've been on Indeed like a crackhead, okay? And I've been applying to this job and that job and jobs. I don't even know what the fuck I don't even know what I'm gonna do when I get there. Like, I don't even know what the fucking job description really the fuck is. I don't even know what that means. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you just applying for anything because you just need some cash.
Obviously, you see her, she is going through it. I mean, right? Unraveling in real time. And it's hard to watch sometimes because you can feel throughout the laughing and the smiles that you can feel the desperation coming through when she's speaking. She wants a job now. She is tired of being on Indeed. She's applying to jobs that she doesn't even understand because she needs the money. This is where we're at.
But one thing I don't like is how y'all be playing people's face. You be playing people's face. You do. Now, I owned a business, where I had to hire people and stuff like that. And I don't remember ever making people wait this damn long to get a yes or a nay. I don't, it's been how many days? What? Hello? Do you need people to work or fucking not? Like, are you needing this? Or this is a fucking, fun playtime for you? Like, a little side gig, oh, let's just hire or say we're going to hire and, waste people's fucking time. And y'all be just doing this all the time? Y'all just be doing this all the time? Like, no. No. If I don't get this job, y'all, the way I'm gonna crash out if they don't call me today. Bitch, I'm already pissed because it's already like 2:30 in the afternoon. Wouldn't they normally call people back? I thought it was in the morning. I thought people got called in the morning, but maybe I'm wrong. They only got about 4 or 5 more hours before they close. I mean, maybe. Like, oh, maybe not. I can't even do math. Maybe I don't need the job. No, but for real. It's a real shit. If he does not call me back today and say, oh my God, when do you want to start? The crash out is going to be so real, y'all. The crash is going to be so real. At that point, I'm going outside with a sign that says, I tried. Please help a bitch. I tried. The fuck?
When she used to own a business and hired people, she didn't let them wait this long to give them a yes or no. I'm assuming she's probably applying to a bigger company, a business where there's so much applications, you may not have the ability to say yes or no directly to each person. But when you're unemployed and you're waiting to hear back, every day feels like a week. You don't really care about the other stuff. You're checking your phone constantly. You're refreshing your email. You're wondering if you should follow up or if that will hurt your chances. It's psychological torture. This is what unemployment does to people because the rent is due. Bills are piling up. And this one job feels like the only thing standing between you and complete financial collapse. And you can see she's already planning for the failure because she's been let down so many times before. And the problem is companies that are doing this, they're posting jobs that they're not going to fill. They have the ghost candidates. They have people waiting for weeks for responses. Y'all are playing games and it's not right. It's destroying people's trust in the system. Definitely their mental health. This woman is crashing out, is going to crash out harder, and someone needs to call her back with any answer. So we're almost done with the month of January, and we already see that in 2026 that the job market is absolutely brutal, and people are struggling. Mental health is deteriorating, and the system seems like it's just designed to exhaust you into giving up. If you're going through it right now, you're not alone in this. A lot of people are trying to find this job. It may not be a reflection of your worth or your skills. The system is rigged and a lot of us can see it, but you still need to have a plan. You need to protect your mental health, try to diversify your income when you can, and don't let companies gaslight you into thinking this is all normal when it's not. And also just realize that we are in a recession. So this is the recession type of environment that we're dealing with. If you enjoy this video, hit the like button, and you have anything to add to this conversation, put it in the comments below. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.